Attorney General Kamala Harris is responsible for ensuring equitable justice across the state, and as part of that responsibility, she must put out a number of annual and biennial reports for her own office and others to track statistics and progress. Well, U-T Watchdog found out that the AG wasn't doing that. She was woefully behind on a host of reports. Our own Ashley McGlone was the one who noticed the missed deadlines, and she's here to tell us about it.
Various reports covered various different topics. Some were supposed to provide an overarching review of the activities of her office, the office's budget, successful cases litigated. Others were specific to juvenile justice issues, hate crimes that were committed, and enforcement efforts that occurred across the state.
These sound like they'd be pretty useful for people doing research and academics and law enforcement. All kinds of people would be interested in these reports.
Absolutely, and even just regular members of the public. We now know, thanks to a new report on the level of homicide statewide, that in San Diego County, let's see how many in San Diego County, 71 homicides were reported in 2013, which was down from 107 the year prior, which is consistent with some state trends of declining homicides.
Now you mentioned that. I'm sorry, you mentioned that report is done, but I thought we said she didn't do them, so maybe we missed a step here. What happened?
Well, we highlighted in a report last month various reports for deadlines that she had missed. Some were due back in April of this year, some were due in July, some were due in September, others were a couple of years old. There was a biennial report of her major activities due in September 2012. She did finally release that report. Another deadline that did pass this past September still hasn't been met. We haven't heard about when that report is coming. So we brought it to their attention. Their press people said that maybe some budget cuts, the state had some economic troubles in the last few years that may have contributed to the lateness, but there's very strict deadlines in state law, and now she's brought herself into compliance with at least a few of them.
She's in charge of law enforcement across the state, right? And these are laws that require these reports to be done. Is there something in the laws that says unless there's a state budget problem or something, or
For the grand majority, no. Her office did point out, there's a specific report about anti-reproductive rights crimes, people that are targeted at, Planned Parenthood centers, either employees or clients. That report was given some flexibility when budget cuts occurred, but the grand majority, firearms used in the commission of crime, homicides, asset forfeiture, electronic interceptions, things like wiretapping. The public has a right to know that information, and there was no free pass given on those reports. So again, the deadlines were passed, and hopefully she'll do better next time, although her office hasn't responded to request to comment on next time.
I guess it's unlikely that the Attorney General's office will come after her for not following the law.
Probably not so much.
Yeah. Well, listen, Ashley, I appreciate you staying on top of this. And really, it sounds like doing a report that caused her to be more forthcoming with these reports. And I know you'll keep on top of it when and if she catches up on the other reports she hasn't done. With
Absolutely.
your Watchdog Minute, I'm Ricky Young, UT TV.